Hello everyone, welcome back to YSHI's YouTube channel. This is Pooja Sharma and I'm back with the continuation of the Shankar IAS environment series. So as you already know that till chapter 4 aquatic species, White sir has taken till there and he will continue from there after few days. So meanwhile what I will do is prelims is nearing, right? So I will parallelly be doing some chapters, later chapters which are starting from biodiversity onwards. So before we begin, this is the WhatsApp details of YSHIS. You can contact on this number, you can even email us and also visit our YouTube channel. There are a lot of mini series which are going on now, which are very important from prelims perspective and will help you for your revision and to learn new things. So let's begin. So in this part of the video, we will be reading about the scheduled animals of the WPA Act of 1972. So Wildlife Protection Act, that is. So the schedule list of the Wildlife Protection Act 1972, it consists of 6 schedule lists. So they give us varying degrees of protection for the animals. And then they tell about poaching, smuggling and the illegal trade of animals which are listed from Schedule 1 to Schedule 4. It is prohibited, whatever animals are present in Schedule 1 to Schedule 4. So the Schedule 1 and Part 2 of the Schedule 2, animals listed in the Schedule 1 and the Part 2 of Schedule 2, they have absolute protection. So offences under these can be prescribed with the highest penalties and punishments. And examples of animals listed in Schedule 1 are the lion-tailed macaque, then we have rhinoceros, then we have the Great Indian Bustard, we have the Narcondam hornbill, then we have the Nicobar megapod, and then we have the black buck. Then example of animals which are listed in Schedule 2, that is the rhesus monkey over here, rhesus macaque, then we have the dhole, we have the Bengal porcupine, king cobra, flying squirrel and Himalayan brown bear. Then we have the Schedule 3 and the Schedule 4. So animals which are listed in Schedule 3 and Schedule 4, they are also protected, but the penalties will be lower compared to the Schedule 1 and the Schedule 2 Part 2 animals. So example of animals which are listed in Schedule 3 are hyena, then we have hawk deer, we have nilgai, goril over here, barking deer and the sponges. Example of animals which are listed in the Schedule 4 are the mongooses and the vultures. So Schedule 5 animals, they are called as vermin. So the animals which are listed in Schedule 5 are called vermin, which can be hunted, like mice, rat, common crow and flying fox. So these flying fox are not the fox which is flying, it is the fruit eating bats. They are known as flying fox because of the resemblance and are the list of animals. So only 4 are present in Schedule 5, which is called the vermin. So Schedule 6, cultivation, collection, extraction, then trade of plants and its derivatives which are listed in Schedule 6 are prohibited. So the plants are red vanda, blue vanda, then we have the kut, we have the pitcher plant, we have the bedome cycad and the lady slipper, orchid. So these are list of the plants which is listed in the Schedule 6. So this is the description of animals which are listed in Schedule 1 to Schedule 4 of the Wildlife Protection Act 1972. So remember this order. First I will tell you the animal's name, then I'll tell you their status, whether they are endangered or they are critically endangered, least concern, okay, and then I'll tell you that where they are found, the the vegetation which they require, and then reason for their habitat decreasing number. So the first one is the Andaman wild pig. So the status is least concern and it is found in Andaman. So it is it needs vegetation of temperate to tropical habitat forest, and there is a lot of habitat destruction and hunting pressure on this animal. that is the wild pig, Andaman wild pig. Then we have the beryl, whose status is least concern, and they are found in Bhutan, China, northern India, northern Myanmar, Nepal, North Pakistan. So in different areas they are known with different names, like in North Himalaya and Trans Himalayas they are known as the blue sheep, and along the border of Arunachal Pradesh, Ladakh, Himachal Pradesh, Uttar Pradesh, Sikkim and eastern Arunachal Pradesh, and also recently confirmed, they have also recently been found in western Arunachal Pradesh. So they are found on open grass slopes in high mountains from 2500 meters to 5500 meters. They avoid entering the forest area. So the threat which they face is they have competition with the livestock, local livestock, and the habitat destruction due to the livestock. Then we have the Bitturong. So Bitturongs are vulnerable and they are found in India, and in India they are found in Sikkim. Then they are found in Bangladesh, Bhutan, Myanmar, China. So they are arboreal animals and they feed on fruits, insects, birds, and they face habitat loss and degradation. Then we have the brown antlered deer, which is status is endangered. They are found in South and Southeast Asia, and then they are found in Manipur, south end of the local Lotak Lake, and also they are found in region of northeastern India through Myanmar. So they are found in open grass dominated habitats, and the threat which they face is hunting, then medicinal product, habitat loss. Also the hydroelectric power project which is going on in Lotal Lake, because of that also, because of the clearance of their habitat. Then we have the brown bear. So it is critically endangered. Sorry for the spelling mistake. It is bear. So critically endangered. In India it is found in Jammu and Kashmir, Himachal Pradesh, Uttarakhand. Again, sorry for the mistake of the spelling. Uttarakhand. Then it is found in Nepal, Pakistan, China, temperate, and it needs temperate rainforests, which are found in northern India and western China. So the threat which they face is the man-animal conflicts, the interference of humans. Then we have the Cape langur, which is over here. So Cape langur are vulnerable, and Bangladesh, they are found in Bangladesh, Bhutan, northeast India. Then they are found in Arunachal Pradesh, Assam, Manipur, Meghalaya, Mizoram, Nagaland and Tripura. They are found in Brahmaputra region, also near Karbi Anglong, Garo, Khasi, Naga and Jaintia hills, and also Myanmar. So they are diurnal, arboreal, broadleaf deciduous and bamboo forests. Also the threat which they face is mainly due to habitat destruction, jhum cultivation, monoculture, also timber and firewood harvest, and also traded for meat purposes. Then we have the Caracal desert lynx. So the status is least concern. They are found in Africa, Central Asia, Southwest Asia into India, and they are usually found in semi-desert to open tropical grasslands, and they face habitat destruction and then hunting. Then we have cheetah. So cheetah is also vulnerable, and it is extinct in central India and Pakistan. Asiatic cheetah is critically endangered. It is found in Iran only, and it is found in open grassy habitat, dry forest, savanna woodland, then semi-desert region, and it is absent in tropical rainforests. So they face habitat loss, fragmentation, loss of prey due to human hunting activities, livestock damage, and then hunting by humans also. Then we have the Chinese pangolin, which is endangered, and they occur in Himalayan foothills in eastern Nepal, Bhutan, northern India, northeast Bangladesh, and also in India in Sikkim. So they are mainly found in regions where there is primary and secondary tropical rainforest, then limestone forest, bamboo forest, grasslands and agricultural field. They are nocturnal animals, and they face habitat loss, hunting for local use, and then they are traded for their skin, scales and meat. Then we have the Indian gazelle or the chinkara. So the status is least concern, and they are found in western and central India through Pakistan, southwest Afghanistan. Then Thar desert, it remains it's found more in Thar Desert, and then it inhabits arid areas, sand deserts, flat plains and hills, also dry scrubs and light forests. So they face habitat loss through overgrazing, conversion to agricultural and industrial development. Then we have the clouded leopard. So clouded leopard is vulnerable, and they are found on the Himalayan foothills in Nepal through the mainland and Southeast Asia, which is in China. So they are arboreal forest habitat and primary evergreen tropical rainforest, also in dry deciduous forest Himalaya. So this is the entire Himalayan region, and 2500 meters they are usually found at this altitude. So they face habitat destruction, and they are hunted for their skin, bones for medicine, and then they are also kept as captive animals. Then we have the crab eating macaque. So its status is least concern, and they are mainly found in Nicobar Island of India, so Little Nicobar and the Great Nicobar, so where it is found up to 600 meters. So they are found mainly in grasslands, mangroves, swamp forest, and they can be found in agricultural area also near the forest. So they also face hunting and habitat loss. Then we have the sand cat. So sand cat is near threatened, and they are only found in a true desert, Northern Africa, Southwest and Central Asia. So they are specialist of sand desert and localized around spare vegetation, which can support small rodent prey. Sorry for the spelling mistake over here, this is vegetation. So they hunt on rodent, and then they face habitat degradation, major threat by human settlement and livestock grazing. Then we have the dugong or the sea cow, which is vulnerable. So they are found in coastal island water belt near East Africa, and then Vanuatu belt latitude, which is 27° north, south of equator. Also they are found in India in Andaman and Nicobar Islands and the Lakshadweep. So they are found in coastal waters, wide shallow mangroves, and also sizable seagrass bed. So they face habitat and degradation loss, and also indigenous use and hunting and the water pollution. Then we have the ermine. So the status is least concern. So they are found throughout North America, Europe, Asia, Greenland, Canada, Siberia, India. So they are mainly found near forest edge habitat, scrub, alpine meadows, marshes, then the riparian woodlands and the hedgerows. So they don't face any major threat, but there is habitat destruction due to timber loss because of deforestation and extraction of timber. Then we have the fishing cat. So fishing cat is endangered, and it is found in Asia, in Pakistan, then the Indus Valley, in Pakistan, Indus Valley, then in India it is found in Nagpur, Himalayan foothills and the eastern India. Also the Keoladeo National Park, then they are found in wetland, swamp and marshy places, and then oxbow lakes, reed beds, mangroves, and they are mainly found where the vegetation is evergreen and tropical dry forest. Also wetland destruction, 45% of wetland and 94% of the globally significant wetland. So they are telling that the wetland destruction which takes place, and 45%, and of that 94% of globally significant wetland is threatened. So example, mainly they face threat because of human settlement, agricultural pollution, hunting and wood cutting. Then we have the four-horned antelope. So that is vulnerable, and in 2008 it was widely distributed but in scattered populations over most of India, from Himalaya foothills to the peninsular India. Also found in Nepal. So they are found in well wooded, undulating or hilly areas, and it will never be far from water. They are solitary and they browse and they graze. So they face habitat destruction through the clearance of scrub and forest for agriculture. Then we have the Ganga river dolphin, which is endangered. So it is found in the Indus and Ganga and Brahmaputra region, and also in the Meghna, Karnafuli river, then the Sangu river, which are the river systems of the south. Also the Asian subcontinent from the upstream to where they are blocked by the barrier. So core in the counter, that means they are found in and around current pools below channels which have convergent meanders, and they can't tolerate salinity which is more than 10 ppt. Also they have a threat because of water development project, then fragmenting of population, then dams, then barrages, also pollutant loads, water pollution, then deliberate killing, then mortality in fishing gear. So then we have the Indian gore, which is vulnerable, and these gores, they historically occurred throughout the mainland Southeast Asia, Sri Lanka, and they are found from sea level up to least 2800 meters, hills and low-lying areas. So mainly they face threat because of the undistributed forest tract, then the hilly terrain, then also the availability of water, there will be scarcity, then availability of coarse grasses, and then they face hunting, habitat destruction, forest fragmentation with human population. Then we have the golden cat, which is near threatened, and they are found in Himalayan foothills into China and Southeast Asia. Then the forest habitat is ranging from tropical and subtropical evergreen to mixed and dry deciduous forest. So they mainly face habitat loss to deforestation and illegal trading. Then we have the golden langur, which is endangered, and it is found in Bhutan and northeastern India and Assam. Okay, and then the forest belts of West Assam between the Manas river in east and the Sankosh in Brahmaputra. So they are found around the vegetation where moist evergreen, dipterocarp, riverine and moist deciduous forests are found. They face a threat because of habitat destruction and hunting. Then we have the Indian or the Malabar giant squirrel. So their status is least concern, and they are found in southwestern, central, eastern peninsular India, Western Ghats, Eastern Ghats and the Satpura. They are also found in Andhra Pradesh, Karnataka, Tamil Nadu, Madhya Pradesh, Maharashtra, Chhattisgarh. Then we have Jharkhand, Gujarat, Kerala. So they are diurnal and arboreal species. So they are found in and around tropical evergreen, semi-evergreen and moist deciduous forest where high canopies will be there. So they mainly face a threat because of habitat destruction, agriculture and plantation, also because of monoculture, then the building of dams and also hunting. Then we have the grizzled giant squirrel. So it is near threatened and it is found in southern India, especially in Kerala and Tamil Nadu. Then we also find it in Sri Lanka. They are found in and around tropical deciduous and montane forests, and they face a threat because of habitat destruction, degradation, agriculture and plantation, then again monoculture, dam and hunting. So then we have the Himalayan ibex. So the status is least concern, and central and northeastern they are found in central and northeast Afghanistan. Then they are found in China, North India. Then they are known by different names. So they are known as Hima of Jammu and Kashmir and Himachal Pradesh, and in the Hindu Kush range. And then Karakoram, they are found near this Karakoram and Trans-Himalayan region, and also in mountain regions where there is open alpine meadow and crags. That means not in the forest zone. Then they are mainly hunted for food. They face habitat loss due to competition with the livestock. Then we have the Himalayan tahr, which is near threatened. Then they are found in the Himalaya, China, southern Tibet, and then in North India they are found in Jammu and Kashmir to Sikkim, and in Nepal, then also in Uttarakhand and Himachal Pradesh, and then they are found in regions where there is steep rocky mountainside, 3000 to 4000 meters, and also where there is presence of grass, herbs and fruits. So the main threat which they face is uncontrolled hunting and deforestation, and also habitat loss due to livestock grazing. Then we have the hispid hare, which is endangered. So from Uttar Pradesh through Nepal, then West Bengal to Assam, Bihar and Uttar Pradesh, Wherever we see tall grasslands like elephant grass, we find these hispid hares, and they mainly face habitat loss then because of the agricultural settlements, then logging, floods, and also habitat destruction. Then we have the hawk badger. So it is near threatened, and it is found in Central to Southeast Asia, Mongolia, India, and also in India it is found in Sikkim and the Terai region, also in Assam and Arunachal Pradesh. Then it is found in China, Indonesia, and then Myanmar. So they are diurnal forested areas where tuberroot earthworm insects will be found because they feed on these. And then they mainly face hunting by dogs and man, and also they are found in areas where grassland is there, that is the Indian Terai region, evergreen forests. Then we have the Hulok gibbon. So there are two types of Hulok gibbons. One is the western Hulok gibbon and the eastern Hulok gibbon. So the western Hulok gibbon, it is endangered. It is found in northeast India, Bangladesh, Arunachal Pradesh, then Assam, Manipur, Meghalaya, Tripura, Mizoram, and Nagaland, and also up to south of Brahmaputra and the east of the Dibang forest dweller. They are local and they inhabit at tropical evergreen tree to tree. They move more frequently on tree to tree, and they face habitat loss, fragmentation, human interferences, hunting. Then we have the eastern Hulok gibbon. So these are vulnerable and they are found in southern China and Chinwind River in Myanmar. Also, the boundary between the Hulok gibbon, both of them, it is uncertain. Mainly, roughly they tell that the Chinwind headwater region is the boundary. So in India it is not found except in eastern Arunachal Pradesh, and they are mainly found in hill forest region, mountainous regions, then the Piro dominated forest, and they face habitat loss, fragmentation, same thing, human interferences and hunting. So then we have leopard. So leopard is near threatened and it is found in Southwest Asia, Himalayan foothills, then India, China, Java, Sri Lanka. And leopards, they occur widely in the forests of India, Indian subcontinent, and also rainforests to deserts. So in India, all forest type, which is tropical rainforest to temperate deciduous and alpine coniferous, they are found over here. But the threat which they face is habitat loss, then deforestation, then this is poaching. I'm so sorry for the spelling mistake. Poaching for illegal trade, and also human attack on people. Then we have the leopard cat, which has the status of least concern. So it is widespread up in Asia, and most of India it is found, and also west into Pakistan and Afghanistan through the Himalayan foothills across China and Russia. They are found up to 3000 meters altitude and extend into river valley. So they are mainly found in regions where tropical to temperate broadleaf, coniferous grasslands, then the cold steppe to desert region in Pakistan, and also they are mainly facing threat because of the commercial exploitation for their skin. And the leopard cat and the domestic cat, there will be this hybridization which causes a lot of problem, but it is not a threat. Then we have the red panda. So the red panda is endangered and it is found in Nepal, India, Bhutan, Myanmar and southern China. Also they are found in Meghalaya plateau, which is in northeast India. So they are found in and around the temperate forest which are having bamboos, and also the thickest understories, like there will be a lot of dense forest. So they mainly face habitat loss, fragmentation, poaching and also the inbreeding depression. Then we have the lion-tailed macaque. So they are endangered and they are endemic to Western Ghat Hills ranges in southwestern India, mainly Karnataka, Kerala and Tamil Nadu. So they are mainly found in upper canopy of primary tropical evergreen forest, rainforest, and also the monsoon forest in hilly country. So they face habitat fragmentation and also clearance of land to grow these commercial plants and exotic plants like tea, eucalyptus and coffee. Then we have the Indo-Pacific finless porpoise. So it is vulnerable, and Malabar, they are found in the Malabar west of India coastal water, and they are found in shallow bays, mangroves, swamps and estuaries, and they are uh, subs, susceptible, they are what they they get entangled in those gill nets which are used for fishing. So that is how, you know, sometimes they lose their lives, and also the boat traffic pollution. Then we have the red slander loris. So they are endangered and they are found in Sri Lanka. Primarily they are insectivorous, they eat insects, and they face habitat loss due to road kills, electrification, medicine uses. Then we have the grey slender loris. So they are least concern. They are found in southern eastern India, in Andhra Pradesh, Karnataka, Kerala, Tamil Nadu, and also they are found in Sri Lanka. So they are mainly found they are mainly found near human habitation. Then we have the Asian caracal lynx. So they have least concern, and they are found in Africa, Central Asia, Southwest Asia, and also up to it into India. So they are found in semi-desert, open savanna to moist woodland and evergreen forests. So they mainly face threat because of habitat destruction, hunting, and also due to its attack on livestock. Then we have the Malabar civet, which is critically endangered, and they are endemic to Western Ghat. So the coastal districts of Western Ghats, they are found over here. Then Kanyakumari to Wayanad, then Coorg in Karnataka. So they are found in lowland forests, lowland swamps, and the riparian forest in coastal plain district. Also the threat which they face is because of habitat loss and degradation, and also poaching for civet oil. Then we have the sun bear. So they are vulnerable and they are found in Southeast Asia, and also then in northeastern India, southern China, Bangladesh. Also they are found in tropical forests, then mangrove and swamps, and they face habitat loss and commercial hunting. Then we have the marbled cat. So it is vulnerable and it is tropical to Indo-Malaya westward, a region along the Himalayan foothills. It is also found in Nepal and China and Sumatra, Borneo. Then they are found where moist mixed deciduous evergreen tropical forests are found. They face a threat because of deforestation due to the oil palms and the logging. Then we have the makhor. So it is near threatened and it is found in northeast Afghanistan, the northern India, which is Jammu and Kashmir. Then also it is found in Pakistan and Uzbekistan. Sorry for the spelling. Then they are found in the Pir Panjal range, the Banilal Pass, which is on Jammu-Srinagar highway. And they are found in mountain terrains which are 600 meters to 3600 meters. They feed on grasses and leaves, and they have threat because of the armed conflict, then the habitat alterations and the hunting. Then we have the mouse deer, which is of least concern. It is found in India. So from Tamil Nadu and Kerala in far south, and also up to Rajasthan in the north. They are found where there is presence of tropical deciduous forest, then moist evergreen and semi-evergreen forest of the peninsular hills, and they are hunted mainly for their meat. Then we have the Himalayan musk deer, which is endangered. It is found in Himalayas of Bhutan, then in North India, Sikkim region, then also in Nepal and China, in the alpine environment, and also the barren plateaus at high altitude meadows, also the fell fields, then the scrubland forest. They are found in these regions. So they face a threat because of hunting for their meat, plus they are traded for their musk gland, which is used for cosmetic and pharmaceuticals. Then we have the Nilgiri langur, which is vulnerable, and they are found in Western Ghats in southwestern India, which is Karnataka, Kerala and Tamil Nadu. So they are found in and around evergreen, semi-evergreen, moist deciduous and the riparian forest in the lower altitude, and they are hunted for their skin, medicine, habitat loss, then mining, and then the construction of dams and the road fills. Then we have the Nilgiri tar, which is endangered. So 5% of the western Ghats in South India, that is Kerala and Tamil Nadu, they are found at high elevation and the grass covered hills and also open terrains. So they face a threat mainly because of habitat loss and poaching. Then we have the Indian pangolin. So they are near threatened. They are found in South Asia, eastern part of Pakistan, and then also in India, except for northeast India. And also they are found in Himalayas to the extreme south India, and they are also found in Tamil Nadu and Kerala. So they are found in and around tropical forests, open land, then grasslands. So they face a threat because of high human settlement area, and also they are used for their killed for their meat and medicine, and also for making boots and shoes. Then we have the pygmy hawk, which is critically endangered. So northwest, it is found in northwest Bengal and north, then northwestern Assam in India, northwestern Assam in India, and then they are found in the Himalayan foothills from up to Assam, and they are the smallest and the rarest wild pigs in the world, and they are found mainly in grassland regions with shrubs and trees, and also the main threat which they face is habitat loss and affecting natural succession. Then we have the great one-horned rhino, which is vulnerable and northern part. So it is found along the Indus, Ganga and Brahmaputra basin in India, which includes Nepal, Bhutan, Pakistan, Bangladesh, and also the riverine grasslands, which is the Terai and the alluvial grasslands. They are also found in swamps and forest areas, and they mainly face habitat loss, poaching for their horn, which is used for medicinal use in China. Then we have the rusty spotted cat, which is vulnerable, and it is found in India and Sri Lanka, confined to the south. So that means it is only found in the southern regions. And then they are found where moist and dry deciduous forest types are there, also scrubs and grasslands. They are absent in evergreen forest. So habitat loss is mainly due to agricultural settlements. Then we have the Himalayan sero. So it is near threatened. It is found in southeast Bangladesh, Himalaya, then in Bhutan, northern India, then Sikkim and Nepal. So also they are found in northeast India and also in west Myanmar. They are mainly found where there are steep hills and rocky places, and also limestones, and the region up to 3000 meters of elevation, and the hill and mountain forest area. This is forest area, I'm sorry for the spelling mistake. Then we have the meat and the tropics. Okay, so they are mainly hunted for their meat. Then they face habitat destruction because of agriculture and fuel wood. Then we have the Asia small crawled otter, which is vulnerable, and they are found in India along the Himalayan foothills of Himachal Pradesh, that is Kullu, then West Bengal, Assam, Arunachal Pradesh, and also they are found in South India, that is Coorg in Karnataka, then the Ashambu, Nilgiri and Palani hills in Tamil Nadu, and also in Kerala. They are mainly found near wetland systems which are having pools and stagnant water, also freshwater swamps, then meandering rivers, mangroves and tidal pools. So they face habitat destruction because of the tea and coffee cultivation. Then we have the sloth bear, so which is vulnerable, and it is found in India, Nepal, Bhutan and Sri Lanka. Also they are found from Gujarat to northeast states, and also then western Ghats. So they are found in wet and dry tropical forest regions where grasslands are also there. Then they are lowland species which are found at an elevation of 1500 meters on western Ghats up to 2000 meters, and they face habitat loss, poaching, and also when there is harvesting of forest produce and monoculture, they are used for medicine. The fat of the bear is used for medicine. Then we have the Bengal lori, which is vulnerable. They are found in Bangladesh, Cambodia, China, northeastern India, that is Arunachal Pradesh and Assam. They are arboreal nocturnal species, and They are found in regions where tropical evergreen forests, semi and moist deciduous forests are there, and they mainly face habitat loss because of farming, then road building, then dam construction, power lines, and they are again used for hunting for medicine. Then we have the Travancore flying squirrel. So it is near threatened, and it is restricted mainly to Western Ghats of southern India and Sri Lanka. That is southern India, Western Ghats is Kerala and Tamil Nadu, from Brahmagiri Wildlife Sanctuary in Karnataka. They are arboreal and nocturnal evergreen deciduous, and also they are found in regions where evergreen, deciduous and mountain forests are there. They face habitat loss due to agriculture and human settlement. Then we have the snubfin dolphin, which is vulnerable, and it is found in Southeast Asia and India. In India, it is found in Chilika Lake, then coastal areas with muddy, brackish water at the river mouth. So they mainly face habitat loss and degradation. Then we have the snow leopard, which is endangered. So they are found at high mountains of Pamir, Karakoram, Hindu Kush and the Himalayan range. In India, they are found in Jammu and Kashmir, Himachal Pradesh, Sikkim and Uttarakhand. And also they are found in vegetation areas where alpine and subalpine ecological zone is favoring that steep terrain. And the main reason for their threat is reduce in prey, like scarcity of food, and then illegal trade, then the human and animal conflict, then lack of conservation capacity policy and awareness. Then we have the swamp deer. So they are vulnerable and they are found in the northern and central India, also southwestern Nepal, then in Assam. Then they are found near Sundarban area, which is the Indo-Ganga plains also. So they are found where open sal trees are there with grass understory, like trees as well as grass will be there, and also grassland forms, and also they are known as the true swamp deers because they are found in mangroves of the Sundarbans. So they mainly face habitat loss due to conversion into agricultural land. Then we have the chiru, which is endangered, and it is found in China, and in India it is found in Jammu and Kashmir. So they are found at high altitude plain, hill plateaus and mountain valleys. Also they are hunted for their fur, which is a shatosh, and this is used for making shawls, which are of very fine quality. So I think this is the last slide, and I think I have done about 55 animals. I think more 31 or 32 are left, so I'll do them in the next video. So we're done with this chapter, and make sure that you're liking all our videos, you're sharing these videos, and also commenting. Your feedback is very, very important to us because, you know, after reading your feedbacks, we'll get to know what are your expectations from us. So subscribe to our channel for more detailed videos, because in the upcoming days we are going to get a lot of new videos which will be really helpful for you, and no other coaching channel will provide you such free lectures in such a detailed manner. Everybody does it in shortcuts, but we provide full detailed informations. So make sure that you are liking, sharing and subscribing. Also make sure to comment in the comment section below. I'll be back with a